say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Houston Cougars, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling.
Entering play call screen.
The Cougars ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Michigan Wolverines offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And we've been really eager to see this matchup, this quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been.
Breaks into the open. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 8 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Houston Cougars offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And Jesse, if there is an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
Well, that's a great point. There is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people are really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experiences, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
Houston going up tempo. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one, too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12, wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Under fire.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions.
Houston sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position.
Step jet touch pass.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got his man downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Empty and power.
Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Gerbach, and the guy can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
What a play by the defender that time, because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Be interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. And they'll send out the field goal unit.
Field goal 54 yards is selected.
No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
You have 15 options.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but
pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong that they could collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Hand off from the shotgun. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
You gotta love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and set it.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage. It really sets up this offense nicely. Final play of the quarter coming. Dropping back, it's Lanier. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter.
Entering play call. Y off tricks double. Y off trio WK.
Gonna run it. It's Thompson. much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They're coming off an appearance in the national championship game last year, and you know they're looking to get back.
Yeah, they're motivated to take the next.
There he goes! He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them...
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, the one thing we know about this defense is they've got some exotic looks, and they're not afraid to bring pressure from the second level. That time they brought the free safety, and he was able to get home and sack the quarterback.
They'll give it to the back. Inside the 30. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. He now has 110 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener.
RPO, empty and RPO plans zone.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll move the tight end. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverine!
Entering play call.
This offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game one, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Now the play fake. He's got an open man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Houston wants to play fast.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
All right, guys, let's talk Houston. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again.
Yes.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Yates. You want to talk about light on your feet. Man, can he get through there? He's down to the 37. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run play action. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. It's complete on the right side. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Houston will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it toward the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really nice punt. Yes, I said something positive about that.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He breaks a tackle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Suggestions.
And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt.
Cover is selected.
That punt was a bit rushed, and it showed with a short kick. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. This offense has it with really good field position. Wants to throw on 1st down. Under fire. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. Really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism, picking up the 1st down.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Entering play call, coach suggestions.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Now, they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making.
Entering call timeout is selected.
Not throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sideline. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That should be the final play of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Ann Arbor. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas in the booth at Michigan Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin.
Entering post screen, you have 5 options.
Wolverines will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Gets it to him on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D-linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Little touch pass to the receiver. Turning it on. They'll ride him out of bounds. That's the good pickup, spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great play by the defense there. Listen, they got to do more of this. Running backs obviously had a lot of success. They got to continue to stop this run game, be physical, and not let this guy beat him.
Connection to the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And the Wolverines are marching down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half.
AHB stretch.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on 4th. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I think most coaches on 4th and goal from the 1-yard line nowadays, they're going for it. And I like this offense because if I can't get 1 yard, I don't deserve to win. They're physical, lower their pads, and they get the big 4th down conversion.
Entering play call.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Penn State is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 14 to Temple. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got his man, makes the grab. Houston going up tempo.
Cover 3 Sky. Yes.
The run from the shotgun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
DD Blitz text free. Texas 4-man.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play.
Audible.
From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. Across the 45. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Looking to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't...
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game, are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them.
Entering cover 4 from a die rush error cover 2 man. Load weak.
After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down.
Cover 1.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this poor quarterback, he's got no time. You got to protect your quarterback. You got to find different ways to do it. Sometimes it's not working with 4 wide receivers. Maybe you bring in a couple tight ends, more max protection, more guys blocking, less guys in routes. But you got to find something to have success.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got a lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point in the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Wants to throw. It's Lanier. Got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And the offense putting up more points, and guess who's jacked up? This home crowd starting the season off with offensive fireworks and looking to go 1-0. They are loving their squad.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a compliment.
Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. Houston wants to play fast.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And the Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Got it inside the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle.
Formation. You have 15 options.
The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw. Got a man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Rushes on him. And the quarterback is knocked down back to the 13. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. With a virtually insurmountable deficit this late in the game, might as well try to put a little window dressing on it. They'll go for it, 4th and goal. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. Snag logged in the end zone to give them 6.
Coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
One thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So here comes the Michigan offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too. They had a really good game plan coming into this one. They went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over, right?
Oh, he's got some space. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They'll try to drive ahead on 30 short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the